It'll be like, Cyhi.
Yeah. Cyhi.
Hey!
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's how I wanted to end this bitch. Water tune. Hold up, give me more. You bird. Alexander Man. Together, we are Jungle Beats. Today, we're here to bring you a very, very special album. We're not going to bring it actually to you physically, like as in bring it to you because we're giving you a review. Bringing it to you that way. It's Cyhi The Prynce's. What's it called again?
No Dope on Sundays.
No Dope on Sundays.
No Dope on Sundays.
Now, for Cyhi The Prynce, you know it's been a goddamn while since this man released music.
Yeah, I mean since a body of work, we're talking years, right?
Yeah. If you remember back, if you've been around a while with hip hop and you remember the Good Friday series and how big that was for hip hop and how big that was for good music.
Yeah.
Not just Kanye, the whole good music, because good music was starting to get a lot of hype, but that was when Kanye was like, I gotta put my fucking team on the fucking map, and he did with that. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those tracks that he released didn't make a Beautiful Twisted Fantasy. Some of them did, but one artist that was on a lot of that shit and did make the album was Cyhi The Prynce, and he got a lot of fucking hype for him. And then the album that was meant to come out the next year was No Dope on Sundays. It was meant to be that album.
Next year. Wow.
So that's 2014.
Wow, okay.
Because Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is 2013, right?
I can't remember.
Fuck no, it isn't actually. I think it's 2011. Or 2012. No, I think it's 2011.
In any case,
that's how long it's fucking been.
it's been a while.
This man's probably taken a lot of extra time to put out this body work.
Look, I mean, I ain't really got much to say. I just want to listen.
Yeah, I just want to listen as well. I want to see that if this motherfucking album is worth the wait. Because between here, this man has released 2 mixtapes. Been a lot about, I can't remember exactly what they're called, but both those mixtapes are about sort of being a black man throughout America, and before that, and you know, a lot about that sort of stuff.
Right, race, religion.
Yeah.
Politics.
He tackles heavily on that too, and apparently they're really fucking good.
Okay, well, and now here we are, No Dope on Sundays.
So we're just gonna get to it, and we're just gonna lay our thoughts down. We ain't gonna bullshit. Tell me how to feel.
This is Amen intro.
Cyhi, from when the gangsters die young and the rats die faster. So when my shooters spray his back, live shadow round like he gives a fuck of Black Lives Matter. Watch the blood off his hands and get baptized after. I'm the new triple beam dreams, niggas Martin Luther King the key. Me and Ye feel like Jay and Memphis bleak to me. The only difference is it costs a little more to speak to me. Around here it costs $100 for a meet and greet. Listening to lead playing name talking something about the joy before we got to blow him out here Johnny Deppin'. The only thing the police gon' find on me is a weapon. Blessings, never believe in luck. Read the signs at the lake. You told you don't feed the duck, so keep it up. Thou shalt not steal like even from the rich. But the plug you tryna run off on you from the brick 6. Thou shalt not kill, cause everyone exists. 11, keep banana clips, devil we rebuke you. You can only be the chosen one if you choose to. 12, take care of your family and your crew too, and make my life be beautiful. Amen.
So what he was doing at the end of each, so I think it was like 1, 2, and he ended up with 12, the 12 commandments of Christ. But he was like going across it in a way that was like more depicted through his eyes and not just blankly written by scriptures.
That's super interesting. Mm-hmm. Man, there's got to be a lot in
like
there.
thou shalt not murder, Thou shalt not steal. That's
Give us more context, like right below, because we're not going to go Rap Genius right now.
Nah, we don't want to do it this time.
But give us more context right below so we can understand it if you know it.
And just quickly, I did hear one thing about this album from someone, and we've got to acknowledge a lot this comment. And someone said this album sounds like a spitter that's been in the game for a while, has dropped a classic record, is recognized throughout the industry, and it's just released another album, and it's more like his after his classic album. But obviously this guy hasn't. But that's the feeling you get from when you hear the lyrics, when you hear the type of production.
Feels mature.
Yeah, exactly. So it feels like this man's already dropped his album and he's dropping some more shit now.
Right.
So that's what someone said, and I can sort of hear that. And also, what else we realized?
The production.
This production sounds like something straight off a Good Friday.
Yeah.
Or just straight off of just like something around that era. But when
It doesn't
Yeezy was
feel like
dropping it.
2017, 2018.
Nah, this sounds like Beautiful Twisted Fantasy, Kanye, for sure.
And that's cool, man, to keep that.
Oh, 100%. And we were saying we could hear Common, we could hear Pusha, we could hear Sean, we could hear the whole Good Music label on this bitch.
Yeah.
100%.
Look at that.
And
Oh, you got some more shit?
I was gonna say bars, great, production, great. Fuck it, let's keep going.
This is the title track.
No good changes.
Luke 5:32. They say gangsters don't crash. I beg to differ. No dope on Sundays. But any other day it's rain, sleet, or sunny. Nah, I ain't a street nigga, just a nigga in the street. Any other day than Sunday, I can get you what you need. I'm talking like a couple keys. More than me, come fuck with me. Cause the kush come hustle these. The car we push is luxury. I was out of town on honeymoons. Leave they kids with their grandma so they go to Sunday school. My nigga hit my phone and said he need 100. I said let me hit my folks. But you know the only move, no dope on Sundays. I've been in the street 616, you dig? How many zips in the elbow is 16, you dig? Niggas seem to forget how much clean I done hit. Remember sneaking in the club with the thingamajig. Being in the dope game was never my dream as a kid. But I got better plans though, ain't nowhere I can't go. Trip that Amsterdam, my telegram, I never let hoes. Born living off my heart, like I'm selling Van Goghs. I'm all about the green, like I'm at the mango.
Bro, it flows like honey. Ooh, like, this so sweet. Oh, baby. Bruh.
Let Luke on the beat, so what the fuck? I got the green, y'all shit, that's how we made our chips. A chain, y'all clips, I want this king, y'all
Sounding nice.
In Atlanta, y'all don't know how good my face card is. Turn the racetrack on Motor Chris to a baseball field. It's safe to say it's all real, but all my scars is all healed. Cause I been stabbed in the back more times than Paul. Started out trapping, trying to get the new bow.
Push up. Whoa.
What it did for them hoes. When I recognized what you did to your nose, I couldn't justify what I did to my bro. Fed in addiction, I just let it snow. Felt my religion, I couldn't let it go. But man, we bout to blow. I wanna see you back up on your feet, and that's for sure. The whole city know I've done enough, so there's no more.
Woo! What a verse. Very nice. What a fucking surprise. Straight away we were just like. So we're already getting a big religious theme for this album.
Yeah.
And especially like with the whole, both the sort of tracks I've had that backing organ from like, and the choirs as well. So it's got that big gospel feeling.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. It makes so much sense to the theme of this album so far. Pusha verse was dope, and as he said it himself, like he's just talking, doesn't no drums on it, just talking over a nice lace piano.
It was a good surprise. I like both.
Yeah.
We're both just like at the same time. We just led forward, just like, all right, Pusha's here.
When Pusha goes, when you hear Pusha, you always gotta listen. You know?
Man,
Big
I love when the features aren't shown because
Yeah,
I love when they surprise you. When you don't expect them and you hear them, it's just like you
I
just,
reckon everyone should do that.
I think so. Like credit them on the album, but just don't credit them as the feature on the track.
Yeah, 100%. The piano was beautiful on that. That was a standout for me.
Production was beautiful. The switch up was lovely too.
I
I reckon you could have even just split those tracks.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like what Kanye did with, part 1, 2.
But it's just a beat switch up. I was a bit confused. I don't know how I feel about the tonality of the hook. I don't know if it was the hook, but like it was a weird kind of like trap feel. I gotta listen to it again. I know it might sound strange, but
The No Dope on Sundays, that one?
I
Or
don't
the
know,
second
like
one?
his voice was pitched a little differently or something.
Oh, you mean on the second half? I fucking love that. I love the pitch.
Okay.
But I think it was. I think they just fucked around with his vocals because he can't sing. That's what I reckon.
No disrespect.
Yeah, well, any producer can make any bad singer sound good. Cough auto-tune. Also effects. Anyways, next track.
I'm from the home of the Georgia Peach. We had to call me if you want to order keys. I blow us from Miami. Enjoy the Florida breeze. Got a Zoe pound and broke it down to all quarter peas. I'm on off with the pack, my nigga. We used to torture these immigrant killers. I think they Portuguese and y'all looking like some sitting duck. All they eat is seafood. Had a manager named Bello. He used to teach me kung fu. It was ironic cause I had to call him seafood. Boy, I'm dope. You should put the lighter on the teaspoon. All I know is drug lords, kingpin, street cats. Get your money, they get out the game.
Is that what he did? Maybe is that what he did?
Get your money. I done seen it all. I was taught by the mob. When you stop behind the car, give yourself another call lift. Can't let them box you in. That's how they did pop them. Only trust your friends as far as you can toss them. Don't get your legal hustle on. Get your money and get out the game.
Wait, is that it? Oh wait. Sorry, I was still in a trance, man.
Yeah, it's real hypnotizing,
Yeah.
right?
Oh no.
Just kept bouncing. Just the beat kept just repeating every time.
Yeah, man. But I think this might be the feeling we started to get for the album because because as we said, like the production has that effect. Like it doesn't, like it's more based on the lyricism. If you've noticed, he's spinning a lot. The flow that he's keeping isn't like too crazy a flow. It's more he's just saying things.
Right.
So you really can pay attention. I'm finding
It's more about the content rather than the cadence.
Yeah.
Then again, the cadence of his rapping abilities is still really on point to the tone of the beat. Like it just flows well.
What was he saying on the outro there? I was like still zoned out. I didn't really
Yeah,
catch much.
look, I feel similar. Like I was pretty zoned out too, but I don't know. It sounded like he was just talking to someone on the phone about money.
I didn't even really catch much in the song at all, really. Actually, I was catching lines, but I just can't go back to it. I was just really in a trance. I don't know if I enjoyed it or not. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I don't know if if I'd go back and enjoy it.
It's probably one of the less memorable ones so far.
After hearing the intro and the last track, man.
Moving around.
Moving around town.
Okay. Okay. Hey.
Good gang.
Moving around. I need 17 for the split. I need 32 for the pound. Moving around. So I pull up in the trap with them bags. Keep something on me to shoot at the clown. Folk come back moving around. They say I needed the buzz in the street. I said, damn, y'all should have told me since I was 15. I've been plugged with the tree before y'all knew about me. Y'all was up in the D. I told my label to sign my release. I go back to the block, it ain't nothing to me. So I'm back moving around.
Fuck you, fidget spinner.
Exactly.
Cross me once they have to view you in church. Niggas tough into that hot one insert. Still got that dope in my sock. Gotta go watch for the cops. Keep it top dog when I flee. Started with 1/4 piece.
That's Schoolboy
Now
Q.
we have million a week. Keep down the door like a Jeep.
That sounds like Schoolboy Q. Oh wait. No, it's him, but it sounds like Schoolboy Q.
Been through the fire. I'm a race hell to the gods.
That's a Schoolboy Q flow.
Love it.
Anyway, that track was called Moving Around, and I didn't like the hook. I thought that what he brought to us so far, I mean, you might think differently, but I thought that what he brought to us so far had a sound that I kind of liked, and his flow, like, it was more him. I felt like with this track, I felt like I wasn't listening to him anymore.
It's less of what, in the first couple of songs, we're hearing like a real gospel, church-like vibe that took us back to Good Friday's days, and now it's kind of, I wouldn't hear this from that era. It's definitely switched up a little bit.
Yeah, like, I just feel like the hook was fine, but he could have got someone else to do it, or he could have done it differently. I just felt like the way he did it, it just didn't seem like it was him. It felt like he was borrowing from another artist. And even his verses, I thought his verses were pretty tough with the vocal. I didn't mind his verses. I thought his verses were good. But then the second verse, which I'm finding here,
Who's that?
it is Schoolboy Q.
Oh,
I fucking
shit.
thought so.
Hey!
I fucking swore.
Hey.
I honestly thought when I heard it that it was Cyhi. Cyhi using Schoolboy's Q flow, but I was like, nah, that's so on point. But it was Schoolboy Q.
Alright.
Here we go.
Sit this.
What are you trying to do, mate? Fucking Oh yeah, fucking.
Just because so we have it in the middle, it'll be off kilter, off center. So what's schoolboy Q? It's dope.
It was schoolboy Q.
So we got schoolboy, we got pusher. Cool.
Still got the dope in my sack. Yeah. Gotta go watch for the cats. Yeah. Keep it the duck when I flee. Started with $1 piece. Now we $500,000 a week. I don't know if that's what he did, but
Trick me.
I can't let you nigga trick me off the streets. I don't wanna sell you nothing, pussy nigga. Talk is cheap. Okay, I make $750 off a beat. On the phone with Mr. Crab, so I'm busy.
Yo, this is tough.
I don't fuck with white, I'm eating strictly off the weed. Cause I know them folks tryna strip me off the streets. So I can't let you niggas trick me off the streets. Can't let you niggas trick me.
Oh, that's 2 Chainz.
Boy, you
You hear it?
Nigga shot me in the ankle and killed me.
Perfect production from 2, man.
Fuck, Southside nigga, money longest got me roll. The bad video was shot in front of stop and go. From the silly, fucking nigga, tell you last time, it's a big 12. Now him and Tilly, get it, I'ma get it, get it, I'ma get it. This
Whoa.
is, I just did it.
Shit up off of me. Can't let you niggas trick me off the streets. Yeah.
Wait, same track?
I'm 10 toes down, shoes glued to the pavement. Married to the streets, I know the rules of engagement. I eat with the partakers, habitual lawbreakers. Quit with the car capers, we built when the cars chased us. Pitching the soft, got niggas rich as a ball player. Medicinal, all flavors.
Ooh. That was definitely one of the better tracks. Actually, they've all been pretty good.
I like the second half better.
Really? I like the first half better.
Well, there you go. That's why we do Jungle Beats. They're different opinions.
I thought 2 Chainz was a perfect feature for that sort of.
Oh yeah.
You know the piano, the do do
Yeah, great
do. Get
feature.
me off the street.
Yeah, great
Hey,
feature.
hey, da 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 da. Get me off the street. Hey, hey.
Yeah. It's very memorable.
Nah, fucking dope switch up, feeling it. I'm not really paying too much attention, but I'm fucking liking it. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Just feeling the vibe. All right.
Feeling the
Anything else to say?
You say papaya?
Yeah, papaya.
Papaya.
I'm from East Atlanta, up the street from Keller, elbows on the table. They didn't teach us manners, sell those to my neighbor. I need a jumper, that's a transporter. I need them all 448 and not the gram shorter. Yeah, better keep that thing with you. Can't be playing no game with niggas. Shout it, better use your brain with you. We just surviving, kicking doors is what we specialize in. It's just a robbery, boy, don't make this look. That was the slogan if we heard you holding. I see my partner take a bullet and his shirt was soaking. It's about the money, not the fame with me.
Oh, okay.
That's why we keep it full of pure life. And road is already alright. Six is hard enough for the zero fight. Cause we don't wanna world around this kingdom.
That's murder. Had a more, what do you call that vibe? What do you call that
Reggae?
energy? Reggae. There we go. Had a more reggae vibe with Estelle on that.
I was bored out of my brain. I'm not big on reggae. I found it pretty boring.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I like some reggae, but I feel like reggae is a genre, and I might get some hate for this. I feel like it's a genre where you can't really expand very much in terms of sound.
It's all pretty similar, huh?
Yeah, to me, it's all very similar. I just feel like with the bass guitar lines and the singing, like I feel like it's just a very minimalistic, limited genre that you can't really do too much with.
Okay, and if you're more educated on the genre, educate us. You know, we want to learn. But I got introduced to reggae properly through, actually, it might sound weird, but Grand Theft Auto.
There you go. Oh yeah, the reggae channel.
The characters and the radio.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I was bounced to that. I really liked it.
Who was that Rasta character? The one that you couldn't
Yeah.
even understand what he was saying. It was always
It
high.
was a bomba clat. Yeah. That's all I really know.
I can't remember his name, but I remember laughing every time I talked to him because I could never understand a fucking word he was
Bro,
saying.
we got to do Jungle Beats gaming and play that.
Play anything.
Fuck.
I can do Jungle Beats gaming and play my dick.
Shit, Jungle Beats porn. Shit, y'all don't want that, man.
Yeah.
We'll go GoPro.
My dick too pretty for porn, bro.
Shit.
What the fuck am I saying? Holiday, Granitos. Yeah.
That was alright. That was good. They felt. I like.
No, exactly. You liked it. I see you vibing.
It was cool.
I wasn't. It was the first track I haven't really liked. But you know what? 5 out of 6 is still pretty good.
I don't know why.
Is that what's cool?
Nobody 38 snub hugger.
Okay.
Jealousy is a motherfucker. Swear these niggas will kill their blood brother. All for the love of them.
Beat better
Money
fucking drop.
and gangs plus the drug hustle. The only time you got the goosebumps was at a book drop. Posing for my mug shot, make sure you get my good side. I'm just a
Come
head
on, man,
case,
drop
even
that
TV
beat.
to scared straight. Left the house at 16, I felt I was dead weight. But to the streets, I was fresh bait. So I'm riding through the 6 with my SK. Don't nobody know how. Y'all niggas still down in the streets and don't nobody know how.
I told his brother had a baby. Crooked ass cops tryna send him to his grave. Verses like thanks for my child. Crooked ass feds tryna give a nigga on time.
Had a money collar, Tahoe, and a tan Challenger. Hit rock bottom, I swear you can't take this shit for granted, bruh. So I see everything panoramic.
That's what I fucking wanted. You can hear it the whole time.
Around with the broom like a janitor. Pomegranate cannabis, called a plan ran it up. 96 Explorer, got so many stash spots. I told the cop you never find it like a Sasquatch. A good lawyer, lower cases if your caps lie. So I showed up in court, me and Matt lie. Keep a stick for the haters trying to chalk liners. It was like hide and go seek, but don't let the law find us. I done forgot more than you ever learned. So when you speak on my name, put me up there with the hard timers.
That was a pretty dope song. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, bro. It got better and better for me.
Yeah, definitely. Like the way that he built that track up. And I thought it was Ty Dolla, but I'm pretty sure he even said, I'm pretty sure that's Jagged Edge. And Jagged Edge like were pretty big throughout sort of very early 2000s to mid 2000s. They had a few tracks sort of in the late 90s too, I believe. But that's kind of when I saw them. I knew that like the songs like Where the Party At, dun, 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 Where the Party At.
You remember?
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, and there's even some female vocals in the end there. I love the storytelling throughout the song.
Yeah.
I think it's very powerful.
Like that's what I was gonna say. He storytelled like just growing. Like, I don't think a lot of people know about Cyhi's like story, and he's not a huge artist. You know, we all know about Kanye and Drake.
Well, I think that's what this album was meant to be. This album was meant to be a hugely part of his story.
Right.
I feel like that's why the mixtapes before this that he probably recorded after this album were more about like Black history and just humanity in general. But this, I feel, is definitely more personal to him, which is the difference between this and his mixtapes.
Which is great to hear because we don't know too much about him. So we're learning, you know. And yeah, it was one of my favorite tracks right there.
Yeah, I love the progress, love the build up, love the passion. It's very, very beautiful tune. Very much.
I kind of like how he didn't bring the beat drop in too early.
Oh yeah. Like I wanted
Like,
it because
teased you.
in my mind I could hear where the drums were laid. I could hear where everything was going to be, and it just didn't happen. I was like, yo, if you're just going to close this after the second hook, I'm going to be mad as fuck. And then it came back, dropped it when his delivery was picked up a bit more, and it just made sense. I was just like, oof, thank you God.
Or Cyhi. They might be the same person.
Yeah, I was maybe, man. That shit was dope.
God bless your heart.
God bless your head. God bless your head.
Was South Park? What was that?
Yeah, God bless your head. Yeah,
Come up, jump up, I pick my gun up. One love, MTV, this is unplugged. Stacking this cheese reminds me of mama's lasagna. From crack to double entendre, the child of Coleman and Tanya. Just a gap, two genius word to my cousin Jolanda. God bless your heart. Yeah. God bless your heart. Yeah. Cause when I put the pen to pad, they should make the pen my pad. Put this shit on wax, I used to dip and dab, flipping halves. I like my cars and my women fast. Bitches love my presence cause I got the gift of gab. Had to yoke the bitch up cause she was egged on. by the best friend, got me call her collect home. And she fucked my best partner knowing she did wrong. It ain't her fault I was misguided and led on. But I ain't tripping. God bless your heart.
Nice. Very nice.
God bless your heart. Love that fucking sample. I've heard that sample before in maybe 1 or 2 tracks. Like something like either Logic or J. Cole used. I've just heard it somewhere before. Love the spitting. Fucking dope track.
Storytelling was great. Like it just got better and better as time went on. Like it just drew me in. Started to really paint a vivid image of like what was going on in his lyrics. Sheesh. And that's it. That's what I'm saying. I love when rappers and hip hop uses brass instrumentation.
Oh yeah.
Piano's big, guitar's getting bigger, drums are always
Thanks
there.
to Kendrick Lamar, brass is getting a bit up there because The Pimp Butterfly.
Yes.
Brass all over that bitch.
Yeah.
And that's definitely
brass all over that bitch. I love that.
It's definitely brought it back a lot for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
And especially a lot of the younger generation that all they saw was the trap and all the sagasm and all that sort of shit coming out. But then they see that, they're like, ooh, maybe I dig
beautiful
this.
instruments, man.
But sadly for Kendrick Lamar, he's gotten so popular, it's kind of cool to hate him these days if you're the younger generation.
I met somebody in the line the other day. They're like, just not
The
a
Weeknd's
fan
line?
of Kendrick Lamar. Nah, J. Cole line.
I mean, understandably, but it is starting to become cool to hate on him.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're
I
so
think
big,
it
man.
just reverses. Like, yeah.
I mean, Lil Wayne understood, Drake understood, but Kendrick? Come on, man.
I
It's a
know.
whole different level, man.
No one's for everyone.
This is true.
Next one. This is a single. I don't know if you heard this. This is called Dat Side.
No, I didn't hear it.
Where my real ones at? Hey. All the haters stand on that side. All the suckers stand on that side. All the lanes stand on that side. All the busters stand on that side. Got 2 bitches bumping clicks. That's a cat fight. I'm riding with the stick. That's that right. Charge the high for the zero. But we gon' keep that on the deal. Assault rifle with the people. All the suckers stand on
That side! Give me!
on that side.
All the haters hating, wait a minute.
What?
I don't need no eyes, I don't feel the need to threaten us.
What?
Yeezy's in the field.
Yeezy's in the house.
Made it to the
NBA, we in the NFL now.
All the haters hating,
Of course
wait a
fucking
minute.
Kanye is on this bitch.
Really, they be praying on you. All this shit is weighing on you. Don't look back, they gaining on you. Yeah, look down, they aiming for you. All this shit is raining on you. And the people claim to know you. Put them on the famous on you. And they go and blaming on you. Do this good, they can't ignore you.
All the haters stand on that side.
All the suckers stand on
That side.
That fucking bangs, man. When was that released as a single?
Oh, I'm saying like 2 months ago.
2 months. He must have been holding on to that for a while.
Yeah, he must have. But I watched an interview with Cyhi. Apparently Kanye, like he sent off. This wasn't even supposed to happen, but Cyhi just sent the instrumental off to Ye, or I think Ye heard the instrumental. Was like, I want to. Actually, you know what? Fuck, I can't even remember. But all I know for sure is that that Kanye got this song, his verse, back to Cyhi much quicker than usual. Usually, it sometimes take Kanye like months and months and months. You might not ever hear from him with the verse. This one took him like 3-4 weeks, and he got back and he put it on the album. So
I think it would have helped as well if Cyhi sent the beat with his delivery. Because I feel like it's always easier when you hear someone else's delivery, it's like, cool, I kind of get the feel of this thing.
Yeah, you get the
Because when you don't have no feeling, you can lay a verse and it could be completely different to the other person's verse.
Yeah.
I feel like Kanye, his verse definitely complemented because because at first I wasn't feeling it because the first verse was like him being like, dun 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 dun.
Okay.
And I was like, it's kind of getting a bit repetitive, boring. But then I kind of got it because the second verse, Kanye comes in and sort of does that, but then sort of goes on his own thing. And in the third verse, Cyhi goes on a complete different level, but it kind of fits in. So after hearing the whole song before, I'm like, oh shit, this fucking works. So yeah, I really fuck with this song. I like the way that it flows the whole way through.
he's getting a lot of features on this joint.
Yo! But hang on, I gotta say, it was a fucking crime to not have Big Sean on that track. Holy shit, he would destroy that beat. Like, just Big Sean's vocals alone. I don't understand. I mean, Kanye obviously killed this shit, but I reckon Big Sean would be better than Kanye on that track with that beat. That's what I'm saying. That beat was
I agree. Big Sean would do well.
And I don't even really fuck with Big Sean that much. I just know that he'd kill that beat. He would have heard that and been like, "Come on, son, you ain't good as to me, man. You ain't good as to me. You ain't good as to me, boy."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty good album, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all staying up and shit. I'm still half asleep, bro.
You've been asleep for 4 weeks still. You're still sitting down from last week.
Yeah, but I was like, hay fever as fuck last time.
Who did? This is Cyhi.
Sounds like it.
Nah, come on.
God, this is trash.
You want a man who can provide, look in your eyes, tell you no lies. Look on the side in the hood with his guys. Think on the church, pay his offering and tithes. We'll hit the club on some ones in the sky. If that's what you want, come and jump in the ride. He gon' make
Why
sure
did we
you
track
got
this with
somewhere
love in
to
there?
live.
Fucking
He
trash.
gon' make sure you got
Kendrick
something
Lamar
to
love.
drive.
Cyhi looking for love.
Wanna be that person for
They
you.
feeling the love, man.
Looking for love, looking for love, looking for love, girl.
Because such the kind of like the beat, the whole like. No. Good beat. It's the fucking trash hook.
She just wants somebody that's street, but still got class, still got cash. Most of her friends said it will not last. Tryna go legit, but he still got bags. Who still love you? You just got swag. I said her like a thick, but she still got mad. I said her like a thick, but she still got mad. Someone to trust, someone to trust, someone to trust, girl.
Try something different.
You trying to defend it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm cool with that.
See, I like this shit right here.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about.
Yeah.
This backing and this beat, beautiful. But if he just destroys that energy. Why can't we have all this shit? Why can't we have all this shit? Yeah, we listen to this shit.
Why do we have to put auto-tune on this bitch?
Why does I have to do that other shit that I don't like? I don't really do that doesn't like.
Hey.
Man, can we just take a second? Can we have a moment of silence for the Chicago Bulls season?
What happened?
They're 4-20, bro.
Oh, shit.
They're 4-motherfucking-20. The Bulls haven't had a season this bad in God knows how long. They're the worst team at the moment.
Sheesh.
I thought you watched ball.
Oh, man, I don't have time anymore. The games take like
See, I
2-3 hours.
ain't got time, but I check up. All I know is my T-Wolves doing good. First season T-Wolves have done good in like 15 years, and I ain't even watched it. Last 10 years I've been watching ball all the motherfucking time. And the first year my team does good, I ain't watch it.
Damn. You fucked up.
Because we ain't got time. And also I ain't got internet. Anyways, I fucking hate that song. I fucking love the beat. Beat's fire.
Yeah, beats great.
Auto-tune
Real
versus...
gospel too.
Auto-tune versus I couldn't give a fuck about. That's all I got to say to you.
Surely you got motherfuckers writing comments right now. You said what? Another song you don't like about love? First Kendrick, then Cyhi.
Yo, man, you got to feel it. The lyrics were so good. Y'all don't give a fuck about lyrics, but I ain't feeling it. I am feeling it.
All right.
Jungle Beats.
To defend it, well, what's the words? He's trying something different. I don't think he's ever done that before. So that's a thing. Trying something different. Everyone's got to try. I don't know why no one in the studio said this probably is not going to fit with the cohesiveness of the album and the theme of the album. I feel like you could have got your point across, Cyhi. The same point you're trying to get across about looking for love and the yearning you have for love or just relationships with the women in your life in a more strategic, cohesive manner.
Man, or just get a feature, man. Like, if you can get Pusha, Yeezy, and all that shit on this album, how hard is it to get a fucking R&B artist to do that hook for you?
Okay, yeah.
Right, Kid Cudi used to be
Outsource
like,
it.
Shout out Cudi. Cudi would have done great in that fucking hook. Looking for love, looking for... He would have fucking killed
I
that
love how you
shit.
put the hands in the air, like,
looking for love.
that's such a
Like, legit. He would have suited that fucking beat perfectly. Like, there's so many artists you could have hooked up with, bro.
New Africa. Imagine if all the rappers were to get with all the athletes, our activists and actors for a conference a year. To meet with all the ambassadors in the motherland. Tell them we coming back for her America. Know if we leave, it could be a massacre. Zimbabwe will be full of drug dealers and traffickers. Ballin' in Nigeria, ain't gotta put my Nigeria. And if you black, you fit the criteria. New Africa. We need open up some more schools. Tell Michael Jordan we need some more shoes. New Africa. Tell the motherland that the nigga coming back for her. New Africa. New Africa.
Yeah, you're right. Common would sound really good on this.
So would Ye, so would Kanye.
Tell the motherland that the nigga coming back for her. I look like Fela Kuti when I'm rolling up. Probably cause all the movies show me love. I met this shit from Molly in the party. She said she took a Molly in the party. Kanye built a mall out in Senegal. Turned the Rwanda to a 5-star with the star. Chilling in the Gola with the skinny little guinea bar. Somewhere in the 20s and she get my little Jimmy hard. And you must be my queen of beat. This nigga playing golf off the Gulf of Guinea Beach.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Cameroon, rolling plenty tree. And a bunch of beef suya. We don't do no Mickey D. New Africa.
Hey,
New Africa.
Backstroking in two-piece bikinis off the strength of their degrees. Bodies handcrafted by the fingertips of God with the brains to match. Box them bitches up, sell them to other nations, and send them off in slave ships.
Oh, damn. Woo! What was that? Woo!
Tell the motherland that the nigga coming back for her.
This dude was Ernestine Johnson. Not sure who she was, but fuck, that was dope.
When you click her name, what's it say? You got dial-up over there?
No, it just legit doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay, my bad. Alright.
There's actually no link to anything from her because she doesn't have anything. So,
Alright.
but fuck yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite tracks in the album.
The beat, bro. The beat carries that shit.
The beat is so fucking dope. I would have
It's
loved.
so tribal.
Yeah, we're saying like Common would sound great over that. That beat was amazing. Kanye West even with the with those drums like that's fucking Kanye West right there, man.
That's one of my favorite fucking.
That's fucking dope, man.
It might be a top 5 beat of the year right now. I mean, it's fresh in my mind, so I'm loving it.
And just the way he started off with his flow, he just started off with like his, oh man, that shit was dope.
One of my favorite tracks right there. Shit.
Bro. That was a real good
it
song.
just enforces further the point that a couple of the tracks are just out of place. There's a couple of tracks out of place that don't fit this theme.
I feel like the content is still in place in a way.
Yeah, lyric.
And even like the beat before was in place because it still had that gospel feel to it. It's just, I feel definitely some of the deliveries and some of the voice choices as well.
Yeah, the tone, the pitching.
So I get like what he's trying to do in ways, but like, just because you have the word love in your song, it doesn't mean you need autotune. That's all I'm gonna say.
I need more than a bitch who sell hair. I'm talking healthcare, strip clubs is the new welfare. Brothers pussy ain't so much cheaper to keep it than run the street with your people. 4 deep in the Regal, smoking weed with an eagle. All we see is illegal. Get a key from amigos, make sure you keep it cerebral. You don't need the axe unless you chopping a tree. It don't mean you smart cause you got a college degree. Really what I'm trying to say, I'm tired of putting music out for love don't cost a thing. Try saying that to the girl you bought a ring. I thought the best things in life were I just wanna be, I just wanna be, I just wanna be, I just wanna be free. Freeze the Chinese restaurant fortune cookies. Freeze the peppermint butterscotch and dum-dums you get at the bank.
Oh, it was quite a beautiful song. I feel like the production goes hand in hand with the third track we heard. Remember the third track we had that sort of like real sort of like hypnotizing sort of beat, just sort of like.
Okay.
So I feel like this track was sort of felt very similar to that. Like definitely a bit slower.
More minimalist.
Definitely a lot more minimalist.
Which I liked. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, and even like him on the outro doing his thing. Like I wouldn't say I loved it, but I think that with the album, I think it flows quite well with the album, and it's definitely a nice change of pace.
This just feels good, man. This feels good right now. It feels
Yeah.
good. Energy, I like it.
Yeah, man, that was like water.
Oh, great metaphor.
Pretty impressed with the album. so far. I think it's showing a lot of versatility.
I'm on my way out.
Is that Ty Dolla
I'm
now?
on my way.
I feel like it's not though.
Everyone sounds like Ty Dolla.
I know, right?
Smoking cigarettes, you said you would stop, you told me you promised. I heard you arguing with a man, I can tell he didn't want it. You don't know how it kills me when you taking them pills. And trust me, I know it's hard in the belly of the beast. We always moving around, we can never get no sleep. Through all of this craziness going on, still I'm on my way, yeah, I'm on my way. It's like you're a rose that froze, but supposed to grow from my life. I'm on my way, because on holidays we get our food from Mosaic. You tried to cover me up like no one knew I was there. I'm almost 40 weeks, but nobody can tell. I'm on my way.
I'll trade you a battery, good sir. Thank you very much. Damn. Ain't rechargeable? No, man, I just checked my rechargeable battery over there.
80s baby.
Is that what we just heard?
Yeah, I wonder if he was talking from the perspective of him as a baby and
Yeah,
his birth.
Because at the end you hear it.
Right, and he said 40 weeks. I'm like, you talking about yourself? And the title track, 80s baby, all right? You're born in the 80s. Or you talking about your child? Or both, I don't know.
Well, he's definitely born in the 80s, so high.
Right, so I can...
So is he talking about from a perspective as like when he entered his family's life, what his family had to go through? Or was he like going from a perspective of like what it was like living throughout some of his early years being an 80s baby? Like, because I wasn't paying too much attention. I was just real vibing hard. Because I love the production, I love the vocals, I love BJ the Chicago Kids add to the song.
It was a real nice song, man.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite slower song on the album that we've heard.
Yeah, this is a time where he did a slower cadence, like really well.
I thought the transition was nice before, but I thought he really encaptured what he wanted to do better on this track.
Yeah.
Because I was held a lot more. You know, last track I was sort of on my phone. I was looking at what the hip hop sort of dropped. You know, because I wasn't feeling it as much. But this track I was like, oh, well, hold up, and I paid attention. I paid my respect because I fucked with this shit.
Let me back.
He'll be like, Cyhi.
Yeah. Cyhi.
Hey! I fucking knew it.
She can't help but touch you like a pedophile. My people say I stress them out, so I left the house. Cause I hate the place I'm in, I don't even feel safe with friends. My life is too stressful to bring a baby in. If you're not about the mission, can't be my lady then. Relationships can get kinda rocky, my Adrian. Damn, that was a close call, get those off, the cousin asleep, it's sure to get you. Beam on the pistol, when I draw, you know it's stipple. Niggas switch sides, your potter's above the rim. You ever been in the middle with praying on some niggas, hoping the Lord forgive you? Yeah.
Now I reckon he's been holding on to this song for a while.
Why would you say that?
Well, you know how he started with the Cyhi, like he hasn't done that too much this album, and it's definitely he uses that a lot more in like his earlier sort of stuff. I feel like he recorded, and just the production as well. We haven't heard a production like that in a while in hip hop, in my opinion. I feel like he recorded this song probably back in 2013.
Okay.
I reckon this is one of the, I reckon like the intro track, this track, are some of the tracks he's been keeping for a while. Because there's definitely tracks where I think that you can hear the difference in when he recorded them. I liked it.
That's real interesting, the observation you just made. I wonder how true that is. I'm sure there is some truth to that.
It's just the way, like in certain tracks I can hear like difference between vocals and just like just the way that he delivered this one, and it just felt like a flow or a delivery that he would have used 4 years ago.
Okay. I pretty zoned out throughout that. That just like took me.
Oh yeah, I liked it. I like that. I like the beat. I like the switch up. I thought it was really nice.
Was there a switch up?
No, I mean like the switch up compared to the last track. That's what I meant.
Oh, because there was no beat switch to that one.
No.
Which is what was like consistent the whole way.
It's a real fucking mellow, zoned out finish to the album, but
Yeah.
I'm fucking with it.
See the last one.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's how I wanted to end this bitch. What a tune. Hold on, give me more. Is that Travis Scott?
Yeah.
He's so high pitched.
He's done it before. It definitely is now.
Okay.
When I was outside in the summer, remember when we selling 3-5 for the 100? Boy, you gotta get it, can't rely on your mama. Used to watch cars on the side for some money till I let my OG get the pies and the runners. Now ain't it back in 1,000 and now you can't lie up at the first pound, that was funny. All I ever wanted was a house in the country. I just wanna have time on my life. Young nigga coming home late, found up with the zone way, kept my phone paid. Now I'm getting guap if you don't say. Mama got the rock from the Stone Age, culinary arts it's gourmet. I done help everybody else eat done. Now it's time for me to put some money on my own plate.
Dear God, we thank you now for what eyes have seen, ears have heard, and hearts have felt. We love you, we thank you, and we bless you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Real quick on the track. The hook repeated too much. Travis's hook repeated too much for me. So when Cyhi came in, that was the highlight. I don't even think this track was needed. He could have finished it on the last track. This one didn't make too much sense to finish on.
I didn't mind Travis. I thought his vocals were a bit too high pitched though. I get what he's trying to do, but I thought his normal vocals would have been fine. I don't mind a bit of the repetitiveness on this. It's more the mastering. I feel like that a lot of his ad libs go out of place on this thing. Like you hear him like singing his part and be like the straight up and the like. I just feel like the ad libs were not needed, even though they're sort of his thing. Cyhi's delivery perfect. I like the outro. I like the beat. I thought it was a good close. I just thought it was a bit messy. It was a messy closer compared to the last two tracks, which have been very fucking fluid and nice. But to wrap it up, the whole thing, it definitely sounds like an album that could have come out a few years ago. And I get it why people are saying it does sound like an album where this rapper has already released something prior that was like big, and this is sort of a follow-up. So I can sort of get that feeling. I like it. I don't love it. It's definitely an album. I think with more listens, you'll get grown more attached to certain tracks because he's saying so much.
Yeah, agreed.
And because there's so many different sounds that you hear throughout this album, but still keeps that gospel theme, I think you can sort of connect more dots. So I think this will need more listens. I think it could be potentially a contender for, you know, one of the best albums of the year, but
I don't think so, because
I think so with time.
I think he's doing too much. He's just doing a little too much. I just always try and put more. Like
You reckon you should have like taken maybe 2 or 3 tracks off this album?
yeah, bro.
I think
2
so.
to 5.
I reckon, but I think that like with the message he's telling, I think that as an artist, he felt like it was needed. And plus, he's been working on this album for like 5 years, if not longer.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like he should have kept all of the music from that certain era, from previously when he originally made most of it, in that first couple of years ago. He should have used that era, that good music era, and then just made that an album. So took out the later ones.
But I feel like I feel like he knew that. I just feel like we don't know what's going on through his mind. We know that like, because he didn't capitalize on the fame when he was getting hype, because he was getting hyped to fuck ton. He did nothing with that hype. Like he said in that line, like he just wants to get the money and get out. But he could have got the money and got out, but he didn't. Because when he was getting fucking huge hype from Good Friday, he did fucking nothing with it. He put out 2 mixtapes, I think they were called Black Friday or something, I don't know. He put out 2 mixtapes, they got barely any attention, but the underground fucking loved them. And then now this.
I wish he'd cut out a couple of tracks in here, the ones that weren't as cohesive with the overall sound. If he did that, man, this album would be great. Instead of good or average, it'd be great and above, I think.
And I think that's like with a lot of albums too, especially these days.
Well, I'm not. We're not artists. I'm not an artist. I've never put myself like that. So I just would love to talk to them. Why? Why do you feel like you want to add those in? Like Cyhi, why do you want to add those ones in? Why not leave them out? Put them on a mixtape that's current.
Because you can still have that personal message on a different platform, but doesn't mess with the sound of an album. But at the same time, like I feel like an artist would he would justify his reasons, and you'd be like, cool, I get it.
Yeah.
But you see where I'm coming from. You'd be like, look, I see where you're coming from, but at the end of the day,
I just want to understand
it's my music, and I thought for sure the best feature this album was Pusha T. I thought his feature was by far the best.
Pusha T, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz was good, Kanye was good, but Kanye was more of a stun track, whereas Pusha was just beautiful on that second track.
Overall, it's a good album, and I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and I want to listen to more of those tracks.
Oh, definitely. The good thing about this album for me is I already want to go back to it. I want to listen to it again. I want to see what tracks really resonate with me. I want to see what he's saying. I want to put together all the pieces.
Yeah, and then that'll probably up it to another echelon.
Yeah, like at the end of each track, he has a certain Bible verse. He had like Levitations. He had Acts. He had a few albums. Like where does that fit in with the track he did? What are you saying about the 12 Commandments? Like what has this story got to do with the rest of the album? So I really want to pick apart more because he's saying a lot. I like that about it. So I want to see if all those years he put into this album is worth the wait while I digest it.
Cyhi The Prynce,
No Dope on Sundays,
Jungle Beats,
which was also the best track in my opinion.
signing out. Make sure you subscribe, motherfucker. Shit!
I am so outrageous. I wear my pride on my sleeve like a bracelet. If God had an iPod, I'd be on this playlist. My phrases amazing, the faces and places, the favorite. My cup overrunneth with hundreds. Dummy, damn, it's hard not for me to waste it. The new commandment, thou should not hate, kid. My movement is like the civil rights. I'm Ralph David.